Well, YouTube, it looks like I need a new frame. I don't know if you can see this, but it is angled like this, and it is just terrible. Look at this. It rubs right on that spot. Crank arm hits it. It's not good. There was a crack here, and I managed to weld it. Hold on. And now it's cracked again a little bit. You can barely see it. There you go, kind of. And the whole back end is shifted over. It's not lined up, so I'm gonna try and pull it over. Hope they don't snap the whole back end off, because that won't be good at all. We'll see. I'll get back to you. All right, here we are at the shop. This is the crack on it. It's not gonna focus, so you can kind of see it. We previously welded it before, but it is cracked on the inside again, and it is all out of shape. So I have the TIG welder set up, ready to weld her up. Here we go. Alright, teacher's got shit blaring, so you probably can't really hear me, but I'll get closer to the mic. So I've been welding it. I don't have the best weld on it. I just kind of loaded it up with filler rod just to kind of cover that crack and pretty much seal her. But that's what it's at right now. Next step I have to do is fix the whole back end of it. As you can see, it is bent out to this side. I gotta bring this side in a little bit more and this side out just a tiny bit, so that the wheel sits in straight, and then it's all good. I'll get back to you after I finish that. Just before I was gonna go work on the next part, I discovered another crack on the other side. So I'm gonna weld that up after I sand it, and then we'll see how that goes. This frame is pretty much dummy, but you know, I love it. I still want it until I can afford a new one. So I'm gonna have to deal with this and fix her as much as I can. I don't know anyone else has gone to as much extent as I have to fix a bike, but holy cow, I enjoy it. The long journey out of the school with my new frame. Got basketball going on. I feel awkward as fuck talking to myself in the hallways, and no one's here to listen to. Outside we go, and on the way home. Let's start again tomorrow. Hopefully it's better weather out so I can bike. Till then, enjoy. Okay, well we're home now. And here is my entire bike in just pieces. Figured I would take the liberty to go over it and do a quick bike check. Update everything that has not been updated yet. Sorry about the mess down here. It's just in the basement. But we'll start over here at the front. So, rim, nitrous, or no. It's alienation rim. Yeah. Alienation rim, alienation black sheep, with the Mission Echo front hub. Shadow Conspiracy little one pegs, and Aaron Ross tires with the keyboards, tan walls. Little dice cap in there, fuck yeah. Moving up to the bars. Fit Mac bars. I've already gone over them in my other videos. It's 875 rise, 28 width, stem, profile racing stem. And these are new forks. I had yellow Odyssey forks before, but now my friend, I bought some Mankind forks off of him. I'm not sure exactly what kind they are, but I know they're Mankind, and he bought them at 3 Ride. And instead of buying them where you should buy them, I'll be so going down to the frame, Faraday Theory, a couple years old, very damaged, very repaired. The welds seem to hold up, and I fixed out the back end. What I managed to do is I measured the cassette in the back, and it was 4 1/4. So I grabbed a board and cut it to 4 1/4, put it in the back as a guide to make sure that there's that gap between them. And then basically I just took a hammer, or rubber mallet, and pounded at it until it bent back. And now she's all in shape, damaged, dinged up, dented, whatever, but it's done. The seat Odyssey Senior V2C have it as long as the frame, so they're pretty equal in damage. Profile race cranks, Profile GDH. I love these cranks. 48 spline drive. They are actually possibly the best things I've ever had. Shadow Conspiracy pedals. I used to have them sitting around. My Odyssey ones broke, so switched them up. Sprocket, a Tree Byteco light sprocket. Sorry about this camera and the quality, guys. It's all on my phone, so you're gonna have to deal with it. And as well as I'm gonna just make a quick video on putting the bike back together, how I do it, my methods, blah 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 blah. I got a bunch of crap down there, all the tools and necessary parts to put it all together, along with grease, WD-40, and the back wheel is nitrous double shot, Shadow Conspiracy little one pegs, and the same tire. That's about my bike. First off, I'm going to work on the front end, putting it in. After I re-grease everything, I'll be putting the forks on with the bearings and the spacers and everything. And then I'll put on the bars and put it all together. I'll do that, and then I'll show you. I have no real tips to give you for that, except for maybe put your forks in a pair of shoes or boots or something, so that they don't scratch when they're on the floor. Pretty much, it's self-explanatory. If you're watching this video, you should know how to put a bike together. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it part by part, come back to you guys, talk a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, wow, I just realized how bad the lighting quality is, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna keep coming back, I guess, during putting parts together, to explain a little bit, maybe about something that people didn't know, which is something you should know. Grease. It's a lovely thing. You're gonna really wanna grease up the inside parts, especially in the forks and the bars, because those are a main part of the bike. You can't have it all seizing up. You need it to be nice and fluently moving. So what I did is I ended up, without this cup on here, I greased up around there, and I slid this down, and now it's nice and sitting there in a pile of grease being held. I really gotta get a different camera or something with a better light. Maybe, oh, there we go. Where'd that come from? So yeah, you put that all together, and then you're gonna want to grease the inside as well. You can never use too much grease. Then again, you don't want to use too much grease because it just attracts dirt. And you don't want dirt in your bike because it'll seize up your bearings. And you don't want your seizing up bearings because then your front end won't really spin. So, just basically get a little grease on my finger here. That's a little bit much, but I'll just put a little on there. Maybe wipe some back in there. And then wipe around on the inside here. You get it all nice and greased up in there. Some fresh grease. You don't want that dirty, dark grease. If it gets really dirty and dark, you're going to want to change it. So I usually do this every couple weeks, maybe every month. And look at that. Slide right in. Boom. That part is done. I didn't have to pick up my bike. As far as the next, you're going to always want to make sure you know how your headset goes on. Otherwise, it becomes a real pain in the ass to do. Me, I've taken apart many times. I know exactly which piece goes where and how to put it in. But basically, let's see, I'll set this on that rag there so I don't damage my forks. Inside, you can see that the top tube isn't the same diameter or anything as the stem. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what to say actually, guys. I am sorry, but basically, you know my point here. So you're just always going to want to keep it greased up. I'm going to stop talking for a little bit until I really get stuck, or, well, not get stuck, but figure something else to talk about.